and welcome to Being with Mom. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mom.
And today we've got an exciting adventure.
You can see the bees, and if you'll notice, we leveled up our boxes a little bit since the last video. We're going to explain what that is, but first of all, let's talk about the parts of the beehive that you see. At the very bottom of the beehive is what's called a bottom board, and then we have, a bottom board, and then we have two brood boxes, and these are the boxes that the bees use to raise more little baby bees. And we'll look more at the actual brood when we get going. You'll notice that we have a lot of bees hanging out at the entrance of this beehive. They're really just getting started this morning. We had some rain last night, and so they're kind of out foraging a little bit. And if you'll notice, the bees are headed over our shoulder. So there's something in bloom that they like over our shoulder. The jars on the top of the beehive are actually a sugar water mixture that we're using to feed the bees. It kind of supplements them until we really get into the good nectar and pollen flows of summer. And the rocks are on it because, well, you know, we have vermin around that likes to dismantle it and eat bees and eat honey. Inside each one of these brood boxes, you will see there are 10 frames, and the frames are what we actually look at when we inspect the hive to make sure that there is honey and pollen and brood cells. We can look at the different kinds of brood cells. I'll explain what the red cells were that we had last time. Those are actually a kind of pollen. I did some research. And we will look at the different kinds of bees, and hopefully we will find the Queen Inez today. And so let's get started. We're actually going to start on the far hive.
And that's Queen
Inez.
Gotcha.
She's not quite such a beach as Queen little bee humor there.
Okay, Mom.
So we are doing what's calling smoking the hive. We're telling the little bees, hey, don't be afraid of us, we're friendly. Hopefully that's what that means anyway. I'm going to take the bee feeder off.
And what's that again?
This is the bee feeder. It has a 1-to-1 ratio of water and sugar in it, sugar water, that they use then to produce honeycomb so they can raise more baby bees. So here's the top, and it's really glued down today.
You need help?
Nope, I got it. As you can see, they like to glue it together. So, because that's the top and the inner cover. I'm going to set that down right here. And as you can already see, they are up working in the second hive. So, that's good. I'm going to take this hive off, this brood box off. Hive body, brood box. The terms are used pretty much interchangeably. We want to look at the bottom one first. We'll set that over here. Yeah, look it.
And then it's the frames.
There's 10 frames. These
Okay.
are each a frame.
And the frames in the middle are the ones that were given to you.
Yes. Well, we purchased.
Oh, yes. How did you transport the bees?
In the bottom box.
In a trailer or?
Nope. In the back of the truck. We went at sundown when most of the bees returned to the hive, and got all the bees in, and then closed them up tight and transported them in the truck. And when they got here, then that was a new home. Okay, now see, here's one of the last frames, and there is nothing on it. So that's one of the things we're going to want to look at. Bees like to build up vertically. So if they're working on those frames, we'll want to switch those into the bottom so that we have a full brood nest of bees.
So they're in the empty frames.
Yep. They're working on the comb. Pretty white comb. And right now, it looks like got lots of honey going on in there. See the pretty honey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The majority of these bees are worker bees. You can tell, if you look at the eyes especially, you can tell worker bees and drone bees. So this is a drone bee. He's a little bit bigger, but he's got, it looks like he has one ginormous eye on the top of his head.
Can you point that out again? Sorry.
Here's one right here. Okay, worker bees have 2 little eyes. So we'll look at another one.
Okay.
Alright, so there's the back. Oh, I just squished one. Dang it. There's the back. One hates to squish one's workforce. It does not make for good PR.
Mom.
Alright. Ooh, look at this. This is nice. What a beautiful frame. So up here we have capped honey, which is beautiful.
And you know it's capped honey because it's flat, right?
Yep, because it's flat. Let me brush away a little bit. So these are brood cells right there. That right there. Oh shoot, did I lose him? This right here is a drone. See how big his eyes are? And see how big his body is compared to, well, here's another one. Here's a drone, and here's the little baby bees. Okay. So I'm gonna scrape the, well, no, I'll leave that going. So they're all very busy. Okay, so this is the back of the hive. Again, we've got comb being drawn out, it's called. We got drones, and we've got worker bees working.
Is that a baby bee coming out right there?
No, I think what's happening there, because this doesn't have any capped brood, I think that that probably is just a worker bee working on the cell. Okay, here is a red cell, or a dark brown one. According to the pollen chart, it's a very good possibility that that is dead nettle pollen.
There we go, there it is.
Because different pollens have different colors. And we do have dead nettle in the garden, so it would not be out of line to think that there is dead nettle going on. I'm gonna give us a little bit more smoke. Smoke is our friend. Don't want to squish anybody. Okay, so that's one frame. Squish another one. Here is,
Wow, that's a lot fuller than last time.
and this has brood on it.
Okay, and wait, so the other one is capped honey. The white stuff is capped honey.
The white
So
stuff
this,
is capped honey. This is still capped
This
honey.
is capped honey.
And if you'll see, I just accidentally took some of the cap off of that. And then this is brood cell, the little flat ones.
Will they recover that?
Yes, they'll reuse it.
Okay.
They'll lay eggs in it sort of continually.
All right,
Now, the ones that are kind of bumped up, those are drone cells.
Um,
If you can see them here. And there's,
here's
let me-
one.
there's drone cells down here. See them? See how much taller they are? And if you get a really close-up look, you can see the larva inside. See it? So I would say, if you look at these, Sarah, some of these cells right here, what we have is it's nectar or pollen in the bottom of it, waiting for another egg to be thrown into it. Okay?
And then the flat ones are worker bees.
Flat ones are worker bees.
And that's, okay, what's that called again? A capped brood?
Correct. Capped brood, yes.
Okay.
Brood as in, you know, brood of kids, brood of whatever.
Okay. What is that? Sorry.
Right where?
Oh, that's cool. Hold on.
Oh, that is cool. Look at it.
Hold
It's
on.
a larva.
I don't know if I can find it.
Right here.
Where is it? I can't find it with my camera. Hold on, keep pointing at it.
Oh, there it is.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Now, can you tell by kind of the shape of the eyes what kind that's going to be?
Is that one gonna be... That one should be a drone, right?
Yeah, I think it's a drone.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So, we'll lay this down here. Be careful. Well, actually, we'll just slide it because I don't want to squish any more bees than I have to. Like I said, it's hard on your workforce. So, Here's another one. Oh, and we are in luck. I just saw her. Shoot, I lost her.
What'd she look like?
The queen. I swear she was on there.
Wait, does she have fuzzy eyes? No, wait,
No.
those are just worker bees.
Right here she is. Right here she is. See how much bigger she is? She moves, Sarah.
Yep, I see
So-
her. Wait, I don't
You
think
got
that was
her?
her. No. Well,
Right
yep, that one. Ah, she got a really long butt.
Yep. All the better for making babies. Baby got back.
Words of wisdom by my mother.
So that is fabulous to see.
And that's
Queen Inez.
Inez.
Queen Inez is much calmer than Queen Maud. Where'd she go?
She's right. See if I can point to her for reals.
Oh, baby. I
Oh,
gotta
I
smoke
have
with
her.
her because they are getting a little agitated.
That's cool. If you smoke, oh, there she is. She's right there.
Yep. Cool, huh? She's
Yeah.
doing her job. Woo woo. So in this one, you can see there's much less pollen and lots more brood and very little honey. So they're working. They're working. Okay. I also did some research and found out that the more times brood is laid in the same comb, the darker the comb will become. So this is fairly light colored comb. It can get almost black when the bees use it. So we should mention that one of the reasons why we're able to be out here quite as well as we are is because our lovely marshmallow suits,
Very cute.
Tyveks, that the bees can't sting through. The unfortunate part is they're hotter than Hades. So we are out here at the fairly decent time this morning of 8 o'clock. Should have been out here earlier, except somebody was sleeping in.
Hey now.
Why do I feel like this is the red-green show? Here is another. Look down here.
Oh, yeah. So what's going on over there?
Well, those are just some, they just sort of keep going. Oh, here is some with some yellow pollen in it. See? Can you see down in there where the yellow pollen is?
Oh yeah, you could have got a good look.
Here's
at
some
it.
up here too. Yellow and orange. And I'll have to look up what those different pollens are. I don't know right off the top of my head. The red kind of freaked me out, so I had to go look that up right away. Lots and lots. And I don't see any Varroa destructor mites, but that doesn't mean that they're not here. So we're
What
going
does-
to treat for them.
What do those look like?
They would look like little brown bumps on the backs of the bees.
And do they kill bees?
What they do is they sort of just break down the immune system of the bee, and so the bee then dies of things like, you know, viruses like we would normally die of.